Hello, hello, bonsoir, and welcome to the weekly stream. And last time, as you can see, we reached like the 4th dan, and we've been kind of stuck at only one victory because we lost 2, if I'm not wrong. So we tried to improve that today, maybe reach like 7 or 8 victories, and hope for the 5th dan next week would be great. So let's get started. And here we are. Alright, so let's play that against a 3rd dan with a needle of 2100. Alright, and we begin with Han, and we play with center elephant. So a good idea often is to play the knight from the side where the pawn moved. That's often a safe move for Han in that position. Okay, and we'll simply prepare and the center. Let's check if he plays the rook out like quickly or not. Alright, so that's a spot for an elephant. I could go and claim a column for my own for my own rook. I guess that's what I will be doing. Hello, Denis. Do you still remember how to play that game? Okay, and since the elephant came, then I protect. Now that's very likely that he goes for attacking one of those pawns that are supported by the elephant. So you have to mind something against that. A good idea could be to go with the knight, if I'm not wrong. Yep. Alright, so developing slowly but surely for blue. Not all pieces. Yeah, it takes some time. And I'm expecting the cannon to take the file. Hello. So I guess I will simply kind of already hide my king, and I will have a nice time after. So he went for a different strategy, not the best I would say, because he will have to invest a few tempo, while mine has a better pawn structure for the end of the game. I could claim the column, but that's not a big deal because I have that nice intermediate move if he moves the cannon out, and since there's no way for him to bring something else than the guard or back the cannon, then I'm fine. Okay, so elephant takes, I guess that may be for the rook. Yeah, to take some space, but I'm fine because I already have now my cannons, and if he goes with the other elephant, nothing prevents me actually from pushing that pawn. No, there's not tournament scheduled yet from what I can tell, but it's quite likely that we'll plan one in like June with the European Federation. I'll get you more info about that, but if you want to join, you're welcome, and you can continue to train waiting for that. Okay, so I'm using Kakao Janggi right now as an application. Maybe you recognize the setting. I just slightly modified to fit my graphics style. So we can let the elephant take, but that will threaten that, because I was thinking about bringing my knight. That's forking those both. If he simply brings that, then I can take that pawn. Yeah, that's Kakao Janggi. But as I said, slightly modified for the stream. I can take that, but my knight will be trapped, so I will simply push that. Okay. Since I began with Han, then I have a slight bonus of score. So when you play with Han, it's quite advised to exchange rooks, especially because mine is not like great, so no problem for me to propose the exchange, even if that removes back my knight. Okay, Denis, see you around then. And I guess I simply go back there with the knight. So in the end, I exchanged a useless rook for a rook that had moved in his side. Right now, he's aiming to pick up that guard. And I think I will have to let it take, but that won't help me, so now I will prevent the elephant. Oh, but I'm... not sure I made the greatest choice, even though... No, that's an elephant. Oh, I completely messed up that. Yeah, but I like just gave a 3 point for nothing. Hello. Yeah, there is the slight threats arriving. For now that's supported with the knight, but let's say things like this could be dangerous at some point. No, I forgot that cannon. Rook there, that's losing another elephant. Okay, I'm not playing super good right now. And I don't see a proper way to counterplay that. Looks like we'll be losing the first one, but that's not a big deal, just to warm up. Okay, I think a good idea for him would be to go for sacrificing the cannon against the knight. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's a bit desperate, but I think my best bet is actually to exchange and try to do some stuff with that rook. But I... yeah. He takes back this. Okay, that's winning an elephant for a guard. And now I'm kind of naked in that fortress. And this little guy will come for the kill. That here. Nope, doesn't sound great. Alright, now that's protecting here. That's the reason why I'm not checkmated. I may have a little trap going on here. If I can bring back my cannon, that would have trapped the rook. But since he comes with the knight, that falls apart. Take, cannon takes.
10초 남았습니다.
Not great. Okay, I guess I will have the choice. Check. Those are literally desperate measures. So we'll bring the knight here. And there's no perpetual check in Korean chess, so I cannot play with the rook here. Good check, he goes back, sacrifice, but after that I don't have any material left.
10초 남았습니다.
How many Korean Janggi players in France? I don't know, like 8 or 10 at best. But don't expect for more. No, that's not popular at all, and that goes kind of the same in all European countries. Even though the Germans kind of have more people, but that's not super popular. Okay, so bring back the cannon, and that's a checkmate threat. I have to bring back my own. Okay, let's see. Cannon there, and now I have to move that guy. I can try this. Like cannon there, and rook checkmate. But that's not really discreet. Okay. All right. Yeah, he simply has to come back, and once he goes there, it looks like I'm kind of doomed.
(10초) 남았습니다.
Simply to go back, push check. That's a mess. Okay, I'm letting him the opportunity. So I'm expecting or knight there or knight there to check or play a discovery. But in the very end, there's nothing.
10초 남았습니다.
Alright, that's just to see if he goes for the check. That's the best play in my opinion. Alright, check. Cannon there. That's a trap because I can take freely with the rook. I'm hoping for that. Yes. That was the big trap. There's a checkmate. That is super nice if he doesn't move the king there. And it looks like we are kind of back on track. We took back the lead at the score. And I don't see a checkmate pattern yet for him. Yeah, to be honest, I'm kind of afraid if he goes like for pushing the pawns. So there, if cannon takes, that's giving the rook. So I guess the idea is to... Okay, moving there is dangerous because
10초
if
남았습니다.
he finds a way to go there, I have to sacrifice the knight. Because as you know, a knight in the center in the fortress is like super weak. But if he tries to check by that side, then I have my pawn. Alright. And we have a super nice checkmate to conclude that game. That was not great, but that's an example to hope until the game is really over. I'm really happy to show you
10초 남았습니다.
that checkmate. So the idea is that the cannon blocks everything. If the guard takes, then there's only one piece between the cannon and the king. So cannon takes king, and if the king takes, then that's the same problem, and the cannon can still take. Okay, so what was bad here? The beginning was okay-ish. So I exchanged the rook. Yeah, that's a complete game snipe. I'm not so proud of this, but I take it, you know. Okay, let's see what the computer says in that position. It's looked like it's slightly better for blue still. Okay, and that's the move where I did a complete blunder. And it looks like the computer actually advised not to save this, but to let it go. What if I went for something more natural? Let's say take. I think the best right now is to take. No, okay. Since he has time to take it, then it's better to improve. But that's way more a balanced game here than when I give the pawn, because after he takes it, then I fall to, I would say, yeah, minus 2, almost minus 2, which is super bad. And yeah, situation is, I think, completely hopeless in that move. For example, like minus 6 or no, minus 3, okay, but not feeling comfortable to play that. And what saved us was the 2 guards and the cannon aligned. So here, I guess that's completely losing for red. yeah, -4. No real hope. Letting the knight come. Checking. And pinning the 2 guards and hoping for the blunder, and that came. Oh. When I'm in that position, there was actually a checkmate in 8 moves for blue. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. So maybe rook check. That leads to there. Cannon here looks interesting. Take, no. Okay, so the move was to bring the knight here, and the idea is probably to bring it there after. So rook check, okay, rook check until that's forbidden. And now red is dead because there's really nothing that can be done against the threat of knight here. Let's say play a move knight there. Check, so 1 square left, king here. And now, as you can see, oh, did I mess up? The knight there. Yeah, okay. Cannon check, the knight has to move. Let's say here, I think that's the best. But I'm not finding the checkmate. Oh yeah, knight here. Nice one. Covers by the rook, and the knight finishes it. Okay, first victory, and we'll go for the next one. And we play a third dan, and the elo is not really mine because there was some bug. Po, that's cannon. I mean, you mean those pieces? They are called cannon in English. That's the knight, that's the elephant, that's the guard, that's soldier, but I kind of call them pawns. And yeah, that's the rook. And that's like cha, po, sang, ma, chol, something like this, and sa, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, knight, that's ma. Because that's ma, song, ma. But I'm not an expert on the Korean denominations, sadly. Okay, so he went for side elephant while we went for inner elephant. And I guess I played with the nut. Po, that's cannon. Those pieces, po in Korean, and cannon in English. Alright, yeah, cannon. I don't know, maybe that comes from Chinese chess, but for sure cannon, there's only one name in the English denomination. Okay, so invested a tempo to move that pawn, and now he has to cover it back with the rook, so I'm happy with that. And that means, what if I go there? Then he would come back, I take, he brings back the knight, and I'm fine with the position. Yes. I could go with the knight, but that's not the simplest way to protect it, because that creates a weakness in my opinion. Also because now if he moves, then the rook is not protected, so that's actually pinning his pawn, and now I simply have to move that. He could save the day by going there, but that's moving the pawn toward not the center, and I will be pushing, and he will have to retreat likely here, thus wasting some tempo. Okay, what if I go there? Then the knight comes here, and blah blah blah. It looks like I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, because that will block the elephant, prevent the elephant from leaving, and also once I bring my own elephant, then I will soon have a double threat on that pawn, and my idea is actually to grab that pawn. Okay, the elephant is aiming for that pawn. I could push, take. Yeah, I will do that. Because his center will be quite weak after that. Oh, that's a good check we have here. A lot of promising stuffs. I could go for the pawn. I could go for check there, but there's nothing. I cannot take the elephant because I'm pinned. That's my own regret. But see, that square, for my cannon, that's a super nice square because it can't be attacked with knight, neither elephants so quickly. I mean, I have to pay attention about that, but I guess if I take with the knight, that's bad. Checking there is not so great because he simply brings back the guard or the elephant, and I lose my threats. So, yeah, that's time to take with the rook. I almost clicked here and killed my game. Takes, in my opinion, I don't know what he should do here. Maybe claim that, but there is a big risk for his cannon. Yeah, those are doing actually a good job. I'm really thinking about that, and that will be answered with knight there. Then I bring that back, and there is a threat here. Okay, let's go for this. This is not protecting. I can simply... No, yeah, I can simply take. That's free. And it looks like the same thing I did. So, as I said, he protects with the knight, enabling his cannon to jump. And now I come back. So, that's giving for free the elephant, because that's not protected anymore. But the counterpart right now is that super interesting. Knight takes knight. and we'll see where it leads after that. Okay, so he goes for this. Hello Petrus, welcome here. Yeah, bon weekend. That's Saturday morning in France right now. Okay, so this knight made a good job as far as I can tell, so that's time to exchange it, and that will also split apart the guards, probably gaining some tempo later in the game. But that being said, I have a few problems I need to address, and one of them is that elephant and that pawn. I'm really thinking about like letting this one dying. Rook there, rook check, there. Elephant check after that, kind of annoying. Ah. I'm thinking about this, so that's answered by rook here, but I don't see a, yeah, okay, a clear continuation yet. Okay, that's what we considered. I think I should play with my rook, but that will come quite fast also. The knight is
10초 남았습니다.
not yet doing so much. Yeah, okay. Let's get some play for that rook. That's important, and that's one of my major pieces that is not playing. Okay, exchange that elephant. He's done his job. I could check. Is that useful? He brings back. I mean, I like the check here, but yeah. Okay, I give the elephant, I take the pawn, and I will have two rook playing, while one of his rook is like doing nothing. So a way for him to avoid that is to push, but that doesn't work so much, because now we have a checkmate threat, and I'm very happy with exchanging the rooks right now. Okay, let's check that sneaky knight. Yeah. Okay, likely elephant here. Or rook there. Yeah, that's also a nice choice to get some play. Okay, I want to challenge the knight, and after that I will have to get some play for my cannon. Rook there will probably come, and
10초 남았습니다.
it will be annoying. Okay, I will be giving a guard. No. I saw he had to play this. That's not great at all. It's kind of a silly blunder.
10초 남았습니다.
Yeah. No, I have to give the cannon. If I try to move away, then that's way too dangerous having the king between the guards. So I give the cannon.
(10초) 남았습니다.
Yep. I give the cannon for the pawn. But still, I have a pawn majority that will be harmful when I will push it. And I think the push begins not directly, but very soon. Okay, that's a nice threat to gain the elephant, but my other idea is to get some fork, and he will have to bring the rook there, but that means losing mobility. And I haven't really thought how we can avoid this. I know that doesn't work. Maybe cannon there is an idea for him. But the good news... Yeah. That may be addressed. Check. So if he goes there, I go here and I exchange the rook, and he won't have so much play with both of his cannon. Now, if that chases the cannon, and I'm looking if he can fastly get some
10초 남았습니다.
kill, and it looks like no. I moved especially that guard instead of this one to prevent the check. But there's the knight also, sorry. Okay, cannon there. Rook takes, cannon takes, so maybe that's a better idea to move that here, since the elephant has no squares. I'm also monitoring my rook so that he don't get like stuck in his side, like cannon there, but right now I still have a nice defense or attack with my own cannon in the center, but it's important to think about the way out. Okay, rook there. I'm not sure it does so much. If he brings it there, I simply bring my elephant and he wastes a tempo. So
10초 남았습니다.
knight takes, check. Yeah, but that's... I don't know. Knight takes. Take, rook takes.
(10초) 남았습니다.
Okay, there are some tricky stuff there. I'm buying some time. Hello, Adrien. Check. Okay, so a trap is, let's say, I take, he takes, I bring back the knight, and that's cannon check, and he gains the rook. That's what I am trying to protect right now. Take and go out there seems to be pretty solid. Because that's not pinned actually, since there is no material. Okay, we have the rook threatened, but we knew that would happen. The bad news is that I can't go back there. Take, and he will be dying with his 2 cannons. But rook there, and I'm not so happy with the situation, so I guess that's kind of forced. Now cannon takes, that's pretty annoying. Check, that's useless. I have a knight hanging. There, takes. Check, and I lose the elephant, and I have no, not enough points to win.
(10초) 남았습니다.
Okay, I check. Right now, that's to avoid that when I check, he moves back with his own cannon. Now I force the guard here, and if he moved the king, I would have some play for my own rook. Okay, I guess that's the safest square for retreating. Oh, I'm not sure yet where this is leading. I like the fact that I will have good compensation with my own elephant, but I don't like the fact that my rook is right now trapped on his own side and my pawns are like super isolated. So I need to work on that. Let's say he goes there, that's the double threat. I can defend with my guard. Okay, I played the guard move right now. Yeah, but cannon takes, and I'm kind of doomed. I will show you, but if he did cannon takes, I was in a bad spot. I'm not saying I'm in a great spot, but
10초 남았습니다.
right, so I'm trying to go and link my pawns. That's good. No, I'm sometimes I'm playing like completely stupid moves, and that was one of those. I don't know, pawn there. Yeah, that's painful to forget one threat. Okay, he could go for this one, but I'm not sure that's such a good pawn to take this time. Because that brings the cannon really out of position. Okay, so I'm like 4.5 points behind, and I kind of gave like 2 pawns in 2 moves. I mean, one of them was not like a full gift, but definitely a bad move. like there, cannon here, and I trap the other. But I like that
10초
effect.
남았습니다.
I'm running out of time here. Okay. But I have no way to defend the 2 points that will be arriving. He simply takes, I take. I mean, this one is dead. He could go there. Check. Yeah, I'm fine with this. I'm not sure that was a good idea for him to save that. To try to save. Okay. Now there's nothing to eat that cannon. So maybe I can aim for something like this. Alright, that's blocking the elephant. And what if he comes with a guard? I have to move, but there's no sweet
10초 남았습니다.
spot yet. Okay. Alright. For now, that's protected with the knight. And even if he takes, I can take. I would love him to move his rook, I don't know, somewhere else, so that I can have that spot. But he won't let me. Check guard there. But that's not doing so much. Or is it? Let's say check. That's forced. I can have a... Yeah, that's good. We take those. And that's a checkmate threat. So he has to go for this move, if I'm not wrong. But... So I can take the cannon, but that's not the greatest. A better move, actually, is to go with the knight. And I'm thinking about that sacrifice. So king takes. Rook. Okay, cannon there. That's a way to save the day. That's a pretty annoying move. Can I check? I'm running out of time, clearly. No, that move is useless. That's like giving a tempo. Yeah, now trouble comes with cannon there and rook there. Looks like I'm slowly but surely dying here. Check, yeah. Okay. Rook check king there. Not a problem. Rook check is more of a problem. Yeah, but No, that really doesn't sound good. Yeah, check, I knew that. If and if only that cannon moves like there are takes, I have a surprise checkmate, but I don't believe in it. Yeah, that's falling apart. I cannot take the rook because I'm pinned, so I have to move somewhere else, but it looks like I threw that game because I forgot the cannon takes pawn. I'm sure I had better opportunities. I will wait for a few moves, maybe try some last idea, but as you can see, it's becoming to be hopeless. That's the only way to defend it and not to leave the pinning. After that, I will bring my cannon there. Yeah, that's again the only defense. Check, useless. Okay, let's see. I guess something like rook there would be pretty annoying because that forces me to come back with the knight. Okay. Cannon there. King there. Check. And I have a checkmate in 2 moves. I had a checkmate in 2 moves. So cannon takes, king takes, check. Not working. Maybe going there. That doesn't sound great. Okay. That's the threat, and this time I almost had a checkmate. Okay, I'll go for it because that's... Oh. Yep. No. That's game over. Like... Yeah, rook takes knight. Check is useless. So that if he goes, I can take, and there's no check here because the cannon covers. But right now, yeah, this cannon is going here, and that's GG. Like there, take rook takes, rook check, king there, rook check, and rook takes here, and that's checkmate. Okay, that was a nice game. I miserably failed because I forgot to move. Thanks. I could be better when there is like no real stake and important outcome. I kind of lose my focus, and even more when streaming, but alright. I want to see the turning point. Okay, there I would say I was better. What does the computer says? No, slightly better for blue. Oh yeah, because I... Okay. That was the bad move. I thought he had to push there. What is it suggested here? Yeah, no, that's a better score for me. And the idea was actually to push that guard. Jeremy, one up, Nida. I don't know what that means. Okay, let's go for a next one. And by the way, people who are watching, we can play a Janggi game. Just ask me. Maybe, yeah, that's my my pseudo Janggi space FR. So if you want to play, just tell me in the chat, and we'll have a friendly game together. I'm not there for the rank, but just to have fun. All right, 5 down. For the first time of the day, we are playing with Cho, and I really prefer playing with Cho. Yes, that's Korean chess. That's the same than Janggi. And by the way, welcome here. I cannot really speak Korean. I learned to read it, and I have a few vocabulary classic like 안녕하세요, 반갑습니다, 저는 Jeremy, 예요. But apart from that, no, not so much. Okay, and he went for same side elephant in the opening. So our idea is, I don't know, take the center of the elephant and have fun. I play that one slightly more aggressive than usual. Okay, I exchange the rook. I'm fine because on that side my rook has more space. So yeah. Oh, what if I come with the knight here? Elephant takes, because that enables the cover. Yeah, you can Danny. Your chess is like Western chess. Shogi is Japanese chess, and in Korea, you have like two main games who are the game of Go, Baiduk, and also Janggi. And if you look at the side in China, you have like Chinese chess, and that's Qiangqi, if I'm not wrong on the name, but I don't know those. And Shogi, I like played one of or two games I know basically, and I like the idea of like bringing back the piece that has been captured, but I am like zero strategy. Okay, bringing the knight there, I'm afraid that after he takes, I take, then that knight will be kind of stuck and trapped. That's why I won't be going for that, or maybe before it's better to sacrifice with the elephant so that I will have a full fork like this. and that's also giving some space for this. Okay, let's do what we said. And now that smells better, because if we take that check, and if not, we have this one. So maybe we'll be aiming for that, but we take that one, and that's a good fork. Thanks. But most of the time I'm not so... I'm okay getting a small advantage in the game, but after I need to struggle and stay focused to keep it when I'm in tournament or else. That's okay, because I can keep my focus, but when I'm playing like casually, it's like, yeah, I know I can win that, and I lose my focus, and I lose the game. Yeah, you could see that before it was like blunders that put me in a bad situation, but yeah. Okay, so now he's processing hard. Let's see. Yeah, 5 dan to 2200 elo, and not so many games like kind of similar to us. Okay, the elephant sacrifice, as we said, and here the mistake is to take the elephant back right now, because we have that intermediary move that gains the pawn. And now we can think about taking back or taking the knight, forcing the king to the last row of his fortress, which is most of the time interesting. And since I don't see any strong move, I will go for that. Before that, I need to check that there's no intermediary move with the elephant. Okay, and now he wasted a few tempo if he wants to hide back the king, and that's what he's going for. I would love king there. That will lose the game directly, because there is elephant check fork. But he won't fall for that. If I bring the rook there, he brings his own rook here, and that accomplishes nothing for me. I'm more thinking about cannon there and recycle it here. And that's currently my idea, and I'd go for knight there, knight there. Yeah, I don't like this neither. I cannot really prevent that square easily, because he can also go there. Let me think a bit. Cannon there is a, I would say, safer. Knight there, cannon back, knight here. Oh. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I did quite a good performance when I was there for the World Championship in 2 years ago. I think I performed better than my real level, so yeah, people leave a good impression. But yeah, you know, someday you have success, some other day less. But that's a game I really enjoy. I come from the Western chess community, and when I learned that, I recycled a lot of what I learned at Western chess, because the calculation, the positional consideration, and this kind of things, they remained more or less the same. But I like the cannon and the ideas that the pieces can jump. Okay, sorry, knight here. That was expected. And now, I could check. That forces, no. I could... Yeah, that works. Okay, so if nothing happens, then I take that check and I take back. So he's likely to bring a guard, but there is a surprise move that is extremely good, and that's... No, that... I miscalculated. I saw that elephant check, he had to move, and I could take that for free, but since the knight covers, I'm dead. However, I could still try to bluff with that move, which is not so bad because, I mean, there's no cannon that will quickly arrive there, and now that's a way for me to recycle that. And okay, I'm giving that pawn, but I got that elephant, so I'm fine with that. I'm completely happy with the situation. I take, check. I don't like that check. Not really. Okay, there is something I hope he will be playing. I hope he does this. If he does this, I have a nice combination, and that's sacrificing the rook. Sorry, sacrificing the rook. He takes, and after cannon check, and that's gaining that rook there. Because if I don't sacrifice the rook and I simply check directly, then he brings back his own cannon. Looks like he hasn't felt for that. And I'm hesitating in this. And that will be played. I don't know. That's safe to take the cannon, take the pawn. But in the other end, I need to count properly. Okay, no, I play safe. And after that, I recycle that cannon to that very important square. And probably this one goes to the bottom and hops on the side. Okay, rook there, as we thought. So, since the cannon cannot check when he moves, then I'm not losing the rook. That's actually super important to consider. Yep. Actually pinned his own rook, but I think the idea is to bring the cannon and after jump in diagonal in the fortress and threaten that important file. That's why we recycled the cannon, as I said, and soon the structure will be good. We are one pawn and one elephant ahead. Okay, we could try this, but that doesn't work. I show you. Cannon takes, guard takes, rook takes, so that's a free cannon, but the problem is cannon there, that's check, and also that's threatening the rook, so I lose a rook in the very end of the combination. That sounded nice, but doesn't work. Sound good, doesn't work. Okay, that cannon is useless in that spot. I think I will have to give the elephant for some material. Haven't checked yet. Okay, now maybe that works. Take, guard takes, and he takes the knight, but his fortress is like bad, so we take those. Oh. Yeah, that was also a way. Okay, if we see the
10초 남았습니다.
the big picture, it's okay because the knight wasn't so active. And let's not forget that our elephant covered that squares. Yeah. No. If I take this check and I'm dead.
(10초) 남았습니다.
Check. Check. So I will be losing a cannon with check check. And right now I can either take this one, either take this one. Taking that one looks stronger. Yes. Okay. I think I'm in a better... Yeah, checkmate directly. I had to take with the king. And that's why I took that cannon, because... no, that's one move before. Yeah. Taking with the king is not great, because that's checkmate in 2 also. He forced, and rook takes, covered by our own cannon. So, actually, he couldn't take back. So there, it was likely to be better for him to check. Then that's forced. Then takes. There's no endless perpetual check possible, so likely take the cannon. And if I take the cannon, then let's... No, sorry. This is a good move for him, because there is a checkmate threat. And as you can see here, I would be in a losing position, as the computer says. So for me, the best move would have not been to take back, but better, I guess, to recycle the elephant. Yeah, the computer suggests to move back the elephant here, and that's a slight advantage for blue here, but still a messy endgame. The pawns are isolated and likely to fall against rook attack. In the other hand, both of our fortresses are not in a great shape. Okay, what was my mistake? I gave a knight here a few moves before, we can check that. Because I had a strong advantage, and I went for that move that doesn't work. Something safer probably was... yeah, that's +5 for me, so strong advantage, +4. It's considered that 1 pawn is equal to 2 points in the computer system counting, so that's a big advantage, like when you have like 2 or more points. Rook there, suggested by the computer, because he has not so much. The sacrifice doesn't work yet. Yeah, and as soon as I play this, I fall something close to equality, I would say, yeah. I'm even losing. That's +1 for red. That was a bad move. But still, we take those, and we are +2, and let's continue. Okay, so I don't have Kakao Janggi money left, so I won't be able to buy time. Alright, and we're back with Han, the red team, against Cho, and he went for inner elephant, as so we did. Alright, cannon to the center, playing it safe. Getting some space for the knights or the elephant. And it looks like if he brings the elephant, I will push there. Yeah. Okay. Goes for the sacrifice. Okay, I was expecting the other elephant. Let's see if he does nothing. I bring my knight there. Okay, that's the classic variation. Alright, that will leave some holes in my structure. But I take those. Alright, we have the elephant that stays to cover that pawn. That's the risk. But in the other hand, I have rook check and rook there. That is quite strong. Yes. Yeah, I'll go for that. And if he goes and take the cannon, I take back. So that's fine for me. That's locking the elephant, preventing it from entering the game. Looks like he goes for exchanging that, which is fine. Not take with that elephant because we use it to cover that pawn. And now he goes with his other knight. So yeah, but we are leading to the end game, so I don't mind sacrificing 2 points for this. As you can see, I will take back a pawn. I can take back directly, or I can bring my cannon there and take this after all this. I don't know yet what's the best. I like having mobility for that elephant, but in the end, let's see. Now that's too important to bring back the cannon to the center. And I sacrificed a knight, but that cannon is not playing at all. And when there is less and less material, knights are becoming better and better. So I'm aiming toward the end game and probably like jump into the center of the board and find, I don't know, nice squares once that pawn is out. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, so I take, he goes there with the elephant. And what if I'm doing this? That sounds like a nasty threat. Okay, I can try this, but that's, yeah, not the best, because I have rook here, rook here that is completely deadly, because that's one attack 2 attack and 3 attacks. Okay. Wow. I'm not really convinced by that move. Rook there. Threatening rook takes, and also the discovery here. Looks like it's winning, even if he has his rook connected. Probably he wants to go for that, but now he has to defend. And that looks like the final blow, because he can't even take back the elephant. So that was a free cannon on a discovery. Okay. Not sure that. And now, to be honest, he has like nothing. Elephant there, no, that's pinned. So that's time to get that important piece into the play. And yeah, of course, he's denying it. Sorry, I'm checking back the elo. Yeah, okay. Alright, I will find a slow way, but sure. Alright. Two solutions. Bring back the cannon. That's not risky because he has no remaining cannon in the game. Or move out the elephant, but that... Okay, that will happen for sure. So... Alright. That's bad because... And if I go there, I lose the knight. Alright, that was a super bad move. Sorry for that. Okay. I'm looking for a little trap. Elephant takes check, and that's gaining the rook. Alright, I'm 10 points ahead. I think I should not lose that. But that's typically the situation where, like, I think he should be resigning and I lose my focus, as I said before. Elephant there to take, but that's not working. Okay, so that's bringing back the pawn to the center, and also and that's super nice to, the arrow does a mess. Super good to block the mobility of that elephant. Alright. Okay, I'm expecting, sorry, yeah, the pawn to come back, and I will hide my king on that spot. That's a good spot because that can't be easily threatened by his elephant. So that's a way to secure my king, and as soon as the cannon stays on that row, then I have nothing to lose. Yep. And the idea is to sacrifice. So that's 5 points against 5 points. I could go for stuff like that. I'm bringing my rook on a protected square. Take. No, that's not really useful. Okay, I'm not sure I know what I'm doing. Yeah, of course. Might go back. He will go back also. Right. Alright. That's what we wanted to force the exchange. So here that was 78 moves, and the game stopped at 200 moves, if whatever. For now, I would have maybe simply sacrificed, and that would be a free knight again. Thanks, Mushroom Petrus. Yeah, that's another win. Not so much to say about that one. Yeah, he created a lot of holes in the left side. And I could use them very well with my own elephant. I think that's already a strong advantage right now. Yeah, 1.5 points. That's something good. 2 points. Okay. 3 victories, and I think I am too poor to begin another one. So I have to blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay. 2200 elo for Dan, and back to play with Han. Okay. Most of the time it's not advised to play 2 times the same piece in an opening. So, cannon knight there, I'm expecting after. Okay, let's see where it goes. I'm secretly hoping to get that rook. Okay. That's very defensive. Okay, did use a quad. And I guess the goal is to find a way how to break that open. So there's way less material for him on that side, but I'm not sure I can easily attack this one. So I'm kind of puzzled on where to aim the attack and the development. So rook there may come in order to potentially sacrifice here, and if I exchange, yeah. I'm giving that elephant away because I like the fact that both of his pawns are super isolated, and I want to try to sneak the knight somewhere. So I'm expecting knight there. Yep. And that's answered with knight here. Okay, so there's still one protection here. The cannon goes to a sweet spot. We attack that knight, and if it tries to defend it like this, we have that nice move. Okay. I'm thinking about this. No, not anymore. I don't know what to think about his structure, seriously. Because it doesn't look so great, and at the same time, it's not like you have a clear idea of what to do. There. Check. Yeah. No. Cannon takes. Okay, I almost gave the game. Yeah. Okay, I play very basic. But since he's not using his cannon to defend the center file, then those kind of sacrifice may be important. Yes. Cannon there. Okay. So there's a rook at stake right now. Cannon takes. That's really jammed. Okay, have to pay attention if the cannon goes back there, but my rook wouldn't die in that case. Yeah, okay, that's what I was expecting. Can I give that elephant? That's a good question. Yeah. So that's pinned. Therefore, I'm not giving the knight. And in case of cannon there, I wanted to move here. What if I take? That's losing a knight. Okay, I'll go here. So there's a knight hanging. And it's time to take it. Alright, so the idea is to take that back, but we still want a knight for a pawn, which is great. And we have a crushing play with the rooks. So, yeah, I'm in. I'm completely in. Okay, trying to put all the pressure I can. Okay, there is a nice combination, I think, if I take there. Let's check. He has to do something. But
10초 남았습니다.
okay. My concern was if cannon check and he goes here, then I have two things to defend at the same time. But yeah, I can't really capitalize on my opponent making mistake. That's not how you play the game. So I had to go for the safest strat. Some threats. That exists. Cannon
10초
takes,
남았습니다.
none takes, sorry. That looks promising because we have that great elephant. And if he comes back with the knight, simply rook's take. And there is no elephant discovery that would check so that I lose my rook. I don't know if you followed all of that. That maybe was not so clear. Okay, so he has to ignore that, but I can take that for free. That will be the second knight I take that way. He threatens the cannon.
10초 남았습니다.
And I'm doomed, so no. Better to retreat the knight. That I'm saying goodbye to the attack of that one. Because that will take a lot of time. Okay, check. And as we said, there is no elephant that can check my king because I would lose the rook. That was I was trying to say before. And we have a super nice discovery. This seems to do the job and gets a rook. Check. Yeah. So if he takes, I simply take back. And we are up a lot of points, like 14 and a half. I should resign. That would be honest from him to do so. Okay, we pin the cannon, and I guess I just sacrifice because he has like nothing after that. And my hope is that he resigns. No, looks like he still wants to play that. But he will hide my king like this. And after that, break that open with the knights. And the pawns. Okay, pawn there, I sacrifice. Alright, my idea is simply to force him into some exchange. I'm too lazy to go to the real checkmate. I just want to finish that as soon as possible, and that means exchanging most of pieces. Yes. So right now he's creating some weaknesses on that pawn. His idea maybe to go for the push there, but there was my own pawns, and now he has to exchange one more. Okay, we take that. Pawn takes, that's good. I was afraid that he goes for rook take, and now that's over because he had like 10 points remaining, and if you have 10 points or less remaining in that in Kakao Janggi, the game stops. So that was an interesting game because you went for some weird different stuff. Maybe there's some theory about that, but he got really crushed because of that file, and his mistake was to forget that both of that knight was self-protecting each other, since this one, when there is nothing, is not protected, and he forgot when he bought the cannon. So one of the idea by moving the knight was to threaten the pawn, to protect the elephant, and also to remove one people here. Still, it looks like it was slight advantage for blue, according to the computer. Okay, I think, yeah, kind of equal. Move the rook there, and here comes the blunder. Let's see. Yeah, +4. Cannon takes, and looks like that's dead. Okay, we won't stop here. We are doing a good job right now. Hope to get the fifth, sorry, victory. And we are hitting some strong elo. He resigned directly. So then we go with Han, and he goes for directly the knight. Usually Cho in that case opens with the pawn like this, but he simply swapped the move order, which is not a big deal. Okay. I want to hide my king before opening. Right, now it's the time. There's no check fork because I already have moved my own king. And there I have no real advantage to take, so I will simply complete my development. The issue is that there is some risks if I bring my cannon directly. So maybe I will be playing with that one instead. Well, that's nice because, yeah, I take that. Okay, probably something like this. Or not. Knight there. Yeah, seems to be winning a pawn if I'm not wrong. Because he goes there, cannon takes. He goes there, pawn takes. And he goes there, pawn takes. And that's pinned. Okay, I forgot that one. Which is pretty sad because that's a great pawn. Yeah. Okay, rook there. Pawn sacrifice. If rook takes, knight takes. And if he takes the cannon, then I have a fork. And if not, I have that one here. And that should seal the deal after he takes back. Have to pay attention if there's no like elephant check. Yeah, elephant takes. I take the knight. And we are 4.5 points ahead. So that was a good operation here. Yeah, that cannon sucks. Okay, I don't see a better way to defend. Yeah. Elephant there, threatening rook takes. Elephant here. Elephant takes. That cannon is pinned but could move here. And I have to swap the quad and okay. Rook there smells good. More or less, it forces the exchange. Now the cannon goes there. That's a bad move. Cannon takes back. And now we need to think about some way to put some pressure. So there, takes, goes back, I go back. I will have some hard time defending, but I should be alright in the aftermath. Yeah, that's a nice defense square. If it goes there, I'm still okay. Not forget that I could play something like that. Okay. Oh, but I'm not forced to take. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, okay, take. It was a mistake because there's not anymore the elephant to take. So check. I take. He goes there. He gains back the elephant. But I will be way more ahead. You will have like nothing to finish. Yes, rook there. No, there's no way to defend that. So, how to conclude from here? Sorry, that will lead to an annoying endgame, but we'll have to go through that. No, that's bad. Okay, if he goes there, I simply bring back my rook and wait. Okay, that's one pawn exchanged. Yeah, all right. And now I'm blocking that square, so he will need to invest a few more tempos. And the idea was to push that little guy and come back to where I can. The good news for me is once that's pushed, it's easier for me to go on the back and threaten the two files where the king is restrained. Alright, that seems to be fair. There's no real hope. Let's see, for example, what the computer says, but that should be like something like +5 or 6. Oh, no, I would say that was better if we let him longer. Okay, only +2 for me. But still, it's not like in chess when you can hope to a draw game. Oh, right. What to say? Yeah, there was a nice combination at 2 times during that game. So the first one was here. At beginning, I missed that that was threatening the cannon, but also something better. It was this fork. So that's why pushing there, I mean, sacrificing there was a good idea. Oh, but yeah. Take. And here I believe. No, it was better to take. And now what's the move for blue? Bring the cannon there. Yeah, that's a nice move. Hard to spot because now if I go there, then the cannon takes the knight and that falls apart. And still there is this to defend. That wasn't working so much. I mean, the score is pretty even. But now, yeah, as you can see now, that's way better for red because I take and he takes, and yeah, that's what happened there. Yeah. All right, let's do at least one more. 5. Yeah, we plan to go to 7. And our elo is rising fastly, and that will be a new game because we are playing against Outer Elephant, which is not the most popular configuration. I haven't worked so much the theory in that situation, so I would go simply for the center. I know that pawn is weak. Do I want to take? Okay, I'm not sure what I am doing, but I like the idea of blocking or taking the central pawn because it will prevent easily what's the name? Making of a pawn structure. That's not the best English. Yeah, I can try to take that. Oh no, the knight is under attack. Okay, when he comes back. That's why it doesn't work, so I have to play the knight there. But I like my position here. It's important for me to already try to spot important squares. Those are squares that can be easily reached by his elephants. Okay, he had a quick deconnection. Cannon takes. I completely missed that. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's check back the 2200 and yeah, 2000 games. Okay, I was expecting this, but I want to take here. Not sure what's going on right now. Okay, if he goes with the knight, I come back, and I'm threatening his own knight. That's already a mess. We lose his 3 pawns, both of us, and there's no pieces developed. That's quite ugly to see. Yeah, but the difference is that he has a very important file, even though there is some material for me to cover when I go here. I cannot really move the pawn because knight check and takes the cannon. So I had to choose a side. I prefer the side that is the furthest from the rook and where there is less material. Okay, slight threat, maybe if and there is a nice bet. Is there a way for me to trap that sneaky guy? Could be actually, by bringing the elephant. I don't know, that's so messy and I have ideas. I want to go there, I want to go there, I want to bring my knight. But it will be important to see the priorities and also the enemy threats. Okay, so I have a knight for 3. He moves the elephant. That's still okay because it's protected. And I retreat. Yep, I take that. Okay, that's forced. Rook there is slightly annoying. Rook there is super annoying. Yeah, okay. So that's trapping the cannon and defending that guard. But that will take a a lot of time to get this, and now he has those horrible elephants that can go everywhere. Check. Let's go! Not great. Yeah. That does not come as a real surprise. And the rook there will be super annoying. That's not pretty. That's not pretty at all. Okay, rook check. King there. Then a roos because of those. There's an elephant check, but I don't. No. In fact, I mind a lot because. Ouch. That's bad. Oh, it's okay. You have right to sleep. And welcome there. I won't playing for so long, but still you're welcome. Alright, rook takes. Ew. I think I have to. Oof, I don't know. Okay, that's even worse because if I move the knight, I'm dead. And otherwise, I'm losing this. I can't. No, there's this. Hello from France, then I guess. Welcome. What a mess. What a mess. But all things considered, he could take that one for free and he didn't. I believe still that's a good move. Okay, if I take, I'm dead. So I have to take with that one. And I lose my second guard. Alright, so that's not checkmate because we protect with the knight. You can't check. I think that's time to bring that elephant back home and give me some space to breathe. I'm expecting something like this also at some point so that he has even more pressure, but I will have a cannon swap. Okay, the trap is to take. But if I don't take, I'm fine, I'm really fine. Okay, I'm expecting elephant there, but my idea was to move that pawn. I couldn't do it because elephant was a king before. It looks like those two knights are doing a great job. It works as soon as there's no threat on that file, which is the case for now. That elephant is weird, but protecting there. And it's time for me to get some play with my rook. I could try that. But after a rook there, and that elephant comes back. I don't know, that's too messy. Okay, I go for activating my pieces. Yeah, but the rook there is close to be a killer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm okay with that. There's no checkmate because my elephant really saved the game, and now he has to go back there, and there's not so much deal. Yeah, but the mistake is elephant takes, because, sorry, if elephant takes, then rook checkmate, as we said before. Alright, we can't let him threaten us into that file. So we took the lead, that's good. Still, I have 0 guards, so that's a naked fortress. And I don't like my cannon, as you can guess. But I really believe that's possible to win that. Okay, that's forced. If I exchange the rook, I'm winning. Okay, we know what's coming. And we can't really help it. Check, that's useless. Hmm. Okay, I have to sacrifice the pawn. That's sad, but that's life. Two ideas, him wasting some time and also the knight covers. Okay, if I push there, check. I think that's the way to go. Like would check and push. If I take, I can't come back. That's what I'm worried. So he definitely wants to take. Check, he goes. The idea is that if I move my rook, then he cannot come and challenge the knight. And also, if he finds a way to check from here, then the cannon covers. Now that's a slightly better square. Okay, the knight is, the rook, sorry, is kind of pinned. Although, no, if I take, that's the checkmate we mentioned already. Let's say, for example, take. No, that's hopeless. Check. And go like this. Yeah. That's a more active way to defend the knight for my rook, because I can move back and throw. Again, cannon takes, knight takes, and that's not checkmate. No. Oof. Looks like there's a nasty fork that I missed. But wait. Check.
(10초) 남았습니다.
Okay, I have no idea where this is leading. I think I will be losing in the end. But I don't have time to find something better. It's a nice fork. I could push there, check. But if I move the knight, I'm dead. I should have not forgotten those elephant stuffs.
(10초) 남았습니다.
Is it the end here? I'm afraid yes. Take. That sucks. Okay. That's a bit helpless. Right. And we hope for checkmate. Yeah, okay. That was a wild game. Like, from the very start. I want to check who's better here. Okay, slight advantage. But what is the idea? 88, 81. Okay. So I played this, he played that. Now, who's ahead? It's blue to play. Take. And now I think red is better because of the cannon coming 38-35. Yeah, here I prefer to play with red. Even if the computer says that's pretty much the same. So I took there. Yeah, of course, elephant here I think was better, but he decides to exchange. And from there, yeah, the cannon here, so trapping and also threatening that elephant. The elephant moves. And right now I'm not sure I made the best decision. Okay, so I also went... Okay, that was the mistake. So that's unprotecting the pawn, and that's neglecting the fact that he has some attack I should have gone for. I was hesitating between a lot of possibilities. Well, let's continue that, a few moves. And right now, what's the deal? Because, yeah, better for red. That's what I was afraid of. Push takes, comes back. Yeah, too complicated. I'm too slow for that game. But the blunder in the end was this. Yeah. I should have gone back there, I guess. No, he goes for the check. I was thinking about this. So let's see what it gives. So I sacrifice. I guess the only move is king takes. But no. What's the way to go? A knight here. That's so ballsy. Yeah, knight here and knight there. That's a nice combination because they're threatening the elephant and also threatening to block the king and checkmate like this. So rook there seems to be the answer, but it's... So taking here is not good, I think. So yeah, continuing the full idea with the knight, and blue can get his way out of that with the pawn. Yeah, okay. And the idea 43-22. 43-22. Knight check. 21-31 check. Yeah. Yeah, too complicated to calculate. I had the idea at some point, but I didn't trust that to be enough to get something. And here I still can't really see the real advantage. Maybe that's to bring the king there and do some check and have a better square for the cannon. I'm not sure yet. Let's just check. So he could go back there, but that would be a repetition. So in the end, he would have to go here. And now, yeah, the cannon is slightly better activated, but there's nothing in the fortress to use that. Complicated position. I think I will stop on that. It's been like 2.5 hours, and I kind of tired and have to eat. Still, we went from 1 victory to 4, and we lost 2 games. So we won 5 games and we lost 2 games this morning, which is quite okay. I mean, every stream I do, I lose the first game because I'm not in the mood. But there was some nice and interesting games if you want to watch that back at some point. Yeah, I think it's time for me to wish you a nice end of weekend, and thanks for following that. I hope you like and appreciate that, and see you around. Bye!